Hello Capricorn, this is your weekend love check-in for the weekend of December 24th through December 25th. Let's see where my Capricorn energies are for this weekend. And let's check the energies of the person you're connecting with. 10 of Cups and Queen of Pentacles. You want peace, my dear Capricorn. You want peace. You want some kind of love and an emotional satisfaction within your life this weekend, and rightfully so. For many of you, you've been stressed out and busy doing things for other people, and now you want to see others to be happy based on all of these efforts that you've been putting into all of your relationships. I absolutely love this energy because you're all about having security, having this kind of solid energy within the people that you're connecting with, and family is really important for you, specifically during this weekend. Let's see the person you're connecting with. They're in a High Priestess and 4 of Cups energy. Very interesting energy because they're trying to heal whatever is it that they're not happy about in their life. They've been really apathetic about a lot of things in their life, like things have been given to them by the universe, and they're almost not acknowledging all of these beautiful gifts that are available to them. And I feel like for many of you, you are connecting with this person who's trying to kind of find the positive in their life, because on an intuitive level they do realize that things are not as bad as they're perceiving them to be during this time frame. Like they have a lot more than they that they might think they should have, if that makes sense. So they're working hard on to get over those energies during this time frame. 6 of Swords, 2 of Wands, and then Death card. Yeah, I feel like this relationship has a great potential to kind of go into a much better direction during this weekend. It's almost like things are changing. Things have been changing for you because you've been realizing what makes you truly happy, and your family, or the people that you consider family, really do give you that sense of security. And this person you're connecting with have been working a lot on their own selves. They've been working a lot on their own healing, and I feel like the universe wants you to know that things are changing, things are shifting, and for many of you, things are shifting in a much more positive direction, in a much more positive trajectory, especially with the Death card being here. Like it's all about kind of shedding all of that's no longer serving you, and no longer what's no longer is needed in your life. Beautiful energy, my dear friend. Hope it clarified a couple of things for you. Like the video and click subscribe, and have a super wonderful weekend. Hello, my dear Aquarius. Welcome. This is your weekend love check-in for the weekend of December 24th through December 25th. Let's see where my Aquarius is this weekend. And let's check the energies of the person you're connecting with during this time frame. Okay, so you are the Magician and the King of Swords energy. Very strong energy here. You are manifesting something in your life, something that you think is going to make you happy. And you're actually not just manifesting it, you are putting a lot of effort, and you're being very disciplined in order to change your life around in a way of how you want it to look like. So you may have been looking at your relationship here, and you've been realizing, wait a second, like I am the one who've never established boundaries before, and that's why I have not been successful in my relationships. That's why I end up feeling resentment. That's why I feel like I'm being taken advantage of. So for many of you, you've came to this realization that you have to kind of take charge, and you have to take ownership in certain situations in your life. And this weekend will be an opportunity where not only will you truly understand it, on a very mental level, because like the King of Swords is all like mental energy where you put your emotions aside, where you put your heart aside, and you kind of come up with a logical explanation and a logical trajectory of what you want to do. That's why I felt that discipline energy here, because you will be able to kind of identify whatever it is in your life that hasn't been working for you, and you will be able to figure out a very logical solution of what you can do. What is it that you can control to change up within, like, to change things up within your relationship? Because yes, like, you know, we do respond to people around us. If somebody is a jerk to us, obviously it's going to make us respond in a certain way. However, in the end of the day, it's up to us to decide how we will respond to somebody else's actions. And you are realizing this right now, that like, even if somebody is acting a certain way towards you, you are still in a full control of how you can react and how you can respond and how you can use their outbursts, you know, to figure out what's troubling you. Does it make sense? Like, if you're responding to somebody being a jerk, then maybe there's something that you haven't healed yet, and that's why you're actually responding to somebody else's poor behavior. Does it make sense? So I feel like for many of you, that's exactly what's going to come up for you this weekend. Let's see the person you're connecting with. Oh, then a Hermit and a Wheel of Fortune energy. They're kind of like, and also really, really big energy here. Look at that. We have a lot of major arcana cards here for just such a small spread. They're all in that energy to figure out what is the right thing to do. They're in that energy to figure out what is their truth. How is it that they should be leading their life? So they're kind of like in a similar energy as you, where they're realizing that things need to change up. The way things that have been happening in their life is not the way that they should be continuing. Does it make sense? Like, they also have a vision of what their life should look like, what their relationships should look like. And even though they're not really acting on it yet, like, you are in an action state here, and they're more like in the thought, in a thinking state here, like trying to figure out how to change up this cycle. Because same as you recognizing that there are certain things that are not working out for you any longer, there are things that are not working out for them any longer. So I like this. Let's see what the universe wants you to know for this weekend. Wow, good energy. So we got the Ace of Swords, Three of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. This clarity is happening. Like, aces are indicative of a new beginning. This is a breakthrough that's about to happen for this whole relationship. Both of you, because you're changing, because you're shifting in your energy, and because they are shifting in their energy, together, you also understand that you have to look at this relationship from almost like a brand new perspective, right? Like, this is an opportunity to kind of put whatever hurts, whatever issues aside and kind of start anew. So for many of you, you definitely have this energy available to you. Obviously, if the person is abusive towards you, if the person is manipulative towards you, I never condone continuing or giving into such relationships. That's a whole other conversation. However, if you had like little issues here and there in your relationship where you may have been taken advantage of here and there, or taken for granted off, or if you were doing that to your partner, this is the time to kind of reshift of how you approach your relationship, because the energy of the Nine of Cups is available to you, and that's all about emotional stability, all about satisfaction, all about like realization of all different types of desires as they pertain to your emotional space and your relationship here. I like the energies that are available for you, my dear Aquarius. Hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you. Wow, I feel like I was really speedy with this reading. It felt really fast. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet, and have a super wonderful weekend, my friend. Hello, my dear Pisces. Welcome. This is your weekend love check-in for the weekend of December 25th. And from December 24th to December 25th, let's see where my Pisces is this weekend. And let's see where the person you're connecting with this weekend energetically. Eight of Pentacles and Four of Wands. I like this energy because you're not scared to work on your relationship. You're not scared to invest into your home life. You're not scared to make sure that your home life is going smooth and pleasant, not only for you, but for the people that are around you as well. Very beautiful energy. Do watch out for making too many compromises, though. And do watch out for putting out way too much money to make others around you happy, because there is an energy here that is indicative of spending too much money to please people around you. You might be a little bit regretful about it later on, so be careful about not losing too much money here. Also, too many resources overall. You know, Pentacles are not only about money, and we have a card of Pentacles here. It's also about all types of resources. So you will have the strong desire to please people that you love, to please people who you consider your family over this weekend. But the universe gives me the strong message: be careful how much effort and how much of yourself you give, and specifically money. Be cautious about that. You don't want to give too much now and then be not have enough energy later, or regret how much you've given now to somebody else. You know what I mean? And the person you're connecting with in a Six of Cups and the Hanged Man upside down energy. Very interesting. I usually keep my deck with all the cards upright, but this one came out upside down. And it's interesting because this is all about like this energy that's kind of bringing back bad past experiences. And you could be connecting to a person who, like, holidays bring up really kind of negative things for them. Maybe they have lost like a family member, and now holidays just feel a lot more depressing for them, and they feel like instead of enjoying the holidays, they're like almost being punished by having to partake in the celebration of the holidays. For others who do not celebrate any holidays, it could be just like memories that were brought up to them by maybe meeting somebody from their past, hearing a song. It could be even like watching a movie. It could just kind of strike that note on the inside that's gonna make them feel like life is not how it should be. Life is not how it used to be. That energy also could lead to a little bit of compulsive behaviors. You might find that this person you're connecting with might say things that are not kind, and later they will regret them, but they're saying them because for some reason something is hurting them on the inside, if that makes sense. Like something is being brought up for them, and they might have a difficult time processing whatever is it that they're thinking about. Let's see what the universe wants you to know. We got Five of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, and a Page of Wands. Okay, interesting energy. So overall, I do like this energy here, because this energy is like very good energy that's eventually going to bring this relationship more freedom. And if this person does carry a certain baggage and certain burdens from the past inside of them, they will be able to let them out, even though the Five of Wands is here. So it might come out as some kind of a conflict, right? Like when we're feeling insecure, when we're feeling hurt, sometimes it comes off as that, as I said before, as that like compulsive energy to just say things and blur things out without thinking. So they might be saying things that are hurtful, but give them a little patience, give them a little grace, like try to get into their shoes and try to understand what is happening with them, like what is triggering their behavior. Because if you allow for this conversation to happen, if you allow them to kind of process whatever it is that happened to them, it will bring you freedom into this relationship. But again, as I said before, be very careful how much of that energy you give, right? Be very careful how much you're bringing right now. You can meet somebody halfway, but it doesn't mean that you have to be meeting them 80% of the way, or 75% of the way, or 65% of the way. So if they need to vent, let them vent. But, you know, do prioritize your needs as well, please. Hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you, my dear Pisces. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet. And have a wonderful weekend, my friend. Hello, my dear Aries. Welcome. This is your weekend love check-in for the weekend of December 24th through December 25th. Let's see where my Aries is this weekend energetically. Let's check the person you're connecting with. Ooh, we got a Two of Cups upside down and a Page of Pentacles here for my dear friend. So the Page of Pentacles is all about ambition, is all about desire, and is all about putting your what you think is important first. So for some of you, you might even end up working this weekend. For some of you, you might end up having to kind of like making sure that all of the chores are done. You're kind of gonna have to be the adult in the relationship, and unfortunately that will make you kind of put your the needs of your partner to the side. And that's because you will feel like somebody's gonna get all of these things taken care of, and unfortunately you will feel like you're the only one who can get everything handled, and you're the only one who can get everything sorted out. So do be cautious of that, because of your diligence, because of your desire to get everything done, which is your true Aries energy, right? You might take a little too big of a load onto yourself, and maybe you could kind of delegate a couple of things to other people. Even if they don't do them up to your standard, at least they're gonna be done, and at least you will not have that much on your plate. Let's see where they are. Three of Wands and the World Cup. Yeah, they're in a really good energy here. You know, they're all about looking ahead, all about kind of looking of what their life is gonna look like 3 years from now, 5 years from now. Like the Three of Wands is that energy of like planning how things should be later on in life. So for some of you, if you're not married to this person, if you don't live together with this person, definitely these conversations can come up because they want to. They want to plan ahead. They want to make sure that you know, they are investing into this relationship for all the right reasons. And they are seeking harmony and some kind of fulfillment within their lives as well as within this relationship. Like when they look at you, they definitely see they see success because you are a great partner. You know, you are somebody that everyone else looks up to, and they're proud of you for sure, or you are very proud of them. I don't know, could be mutual proudness here going on. So good energy. Don't be scared to ask them for help, because they will be willing to give that help to you. They don't want to feel dismissed. They want to feel involved. So do involve them, because I do feel like you're not involving them here, but you're taking all the burdens onto yourself. Let's see, message from the universe. We got the Justice card. We got the Knight of Wands. Let's get one more. And Justice is all about that fairness and that balance, right? Justice is all about, we got two Knights. Justice is all about the fairness. Justice is about that equality within the relationship. So do keep your relationship equal, you know. Don't take up all of the burdens of the chores onto you, especially if you are celebrating this weekend, especially if you are like signed up to cook 35 dishes, or if you're going over somebody else's house and there's like a potluck and now you have to bring 3 sides and a dessert, you know what I mean? Kind of like alleviate that burden off your shoulders. Share that burden with your partner, because you kind of have to. You got to keep this relationship balanced. That's what the universe wants you to know. Don't take it all into yourself. And with the Knights here, 2 Knights, which is great. It's all about... It's a weird energy. It's a weird balance, because the Knight of Wands is kind of like being courageous, right? The Knight of Wands is being able to find those guts to actually speak up. So the universe wants you to understand that in order to create the balance within your relationship, you have to have that courage to speak up, and you kind of have to do it now. Don't hold it into yourself. Like, don't hold on to that resentment. Like, if you don't ask for help now, maybe later on you're just gonna feel completely drained out, and you're gonna feel like, oh man, you know, my partner never offered to help me, my partner never did this and that for me. Meanwhile, here they are planning the whole life around you with you, and they would be willing to help, they just don't know how to. So do delegate, do tell them what to do, and chances are they will be more than happy to help you out. Hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you, my dear friend. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet, and have a super wonderful weekend. Hello, my dear Taurus. Welcome. This is your weekend love check-in for the weekend of December 24th through December 27th. Let's see my Taurus energy here. And the person you're connecting with is going to be right here. Let's see what we got. 2 of Wands and a King of Cups. Very interesting energy, my dear Taurus. So you want love. You want to be loved. You kind of want to be that energy of enjoying happiness with this person that you're connecting with, right? You want to have an easygoing kind of vibe within your relationship. And I feel like you're almost planning on how to get it done, how to bring that happiness in, almost in an artificial manner. Does it make sense? Like, if it resonates with you, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, sometimes we want happiness so bad, and we want our relationships to be so smooth that we are willing to do anything that it takes. However, sometimes we forget that it takes 2 in a relationship for the relationship to be successful, for the relationship to be smooth and happy, right? And right now I feel very strongly like you are the one who's trying to make sure that you're pleasing the person you're with, you're nice to the person you're with, and you're almost kind of like running into these energies of disappointments where no matter how hard you try, no matter how much you give and you kind of throw yourself out there, it's just not panning out the way that you envision for it, or the way that you want it to be. Let's say where they are. 6 of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, and I see why. This energy feels to me like they're the kind of a person who thinks, or at least who is glorified by their friends, who is glorified by the people they're connecting with, by their co-workers, by like whoever, as I said, they're connecting with. They look up to this person and they think, wow, this person is a total catch. This person has so much to offer. This person is so amazing. This person is this person is that, which can be 100% true. I'm not saying it's not. It is true, whether it's because Like for whatever reason, this person is being looked up at by their social circle. And I feel like for many of you, they have been, they are accomplished. They are really putting a lot of effort into those relationships that are looking up to them. They're just not doing the same to you for some reason. Like they would go out of their way to please their friend, to please their coworker, but when it comes to you, they're almost hesitant to do the same for you. Does it make sense? Like if they need to pick up their friend from the airport, they will be there like on an extremely short notice. If you will ask them to pick you up from the airport, it's going to be like this big to-do. There's going to be huffing and puffing and kind of like that weird energy. Doesn't make sense? They're very reserved, like they're kind of like reserving that energy to themselves and for their own well-being and for the people that they surround themselves with, but they're not giving you the same type of energy, or at least that's how you're perceiving the relationship. See what the universe wants you to know. Okay. So we have the Hierophant, the Queen of Wands, and the Ten of Wands energy here. You know, you are a very traditional person, right? Like, so you do want a real, like you want this relationship to be good. You want this relationship to be solid because you're putting effort into it and you're doing it because that's the right thing to do, right? Like if you've committed to this person, your belief is that like I gotta stick it through, I gotta stick it out, and I gotta do whatever is it that I got, like that I have to do in order to keep it going, in order to keep it happy. And you want to be perceived as a person who is very much passionate, you know, like you want to be perceived as a person who's like very much like hot and and confident and beautiful and whatever else. And that's why you're staying so loyal in this relationship, and that's what the universe wants you to understand. Like, why question yourself? Why do you stay being so loyal? There's nothing wrong with being loyal. There's nothing wrong with putting, you know, the person that you've committed to on a, you know, up front. But what the universe wants you to know is you need to ask yourself a question. Why are you putting him up on a pedestal? Because it's a huge burden for you. It's a huge burden for you. Again, this is a general reading. For those of you who this message is clear for, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. And I hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you. Like this video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet. And have a super wonderful weekend, my friend. Hello, my dear Gemini. Welcome. This is your weekend love check-in for the weekend of December 24th through December 25th. Let's see my Gemini energies here. And let's check the energies of the person that you're connecting with. The Lovers and the Two of Swords. Two cards that are all about choices, all about duality, and all about being confused of what to do, of which way to go. You are conflicted, my dear Gemini. You are confused. You don't know if this relationship that you're in right now is the right relationship for you, but you also don't know if walking away is the right thing to do. So there's that sense of confusion because it's almost like you need to make a decision. However, all you can do is be in that state of indecision. And I do feel like for some of you, you're almost like feeling like you've already lost something in this partnership, but at the same time, you can't walk away because you're scared of more loss. Does it make sense? I don't know. Let's see where they're at. Nine of Pentacles and a King of Swords. They're really kind of like in a different energy here. They're in an energy of just kind of enjoying themselves, kind of being self-assured, kind of, how do I put it in words? They just want to have a good time right now. You know, it's almost like they want to have a good time, but they don't know how to do it because they're overthinking what is the good time might look like to them. And their kind of vibe, their overthinking could be affecting your energy as well, because that creates an energy of confusion to you. Instead of just kind of being chill, relaxed, they might be a little too on edge because of that King of Swords energy. They might be a little too have that self-assured attitude, like they know exactly what they're doing, but when you clearly look at them, it is very evident that they don't know what the heck they're doing. Yes, they want to relax, they want to have a good time, they want to enjoy their life, yet they're not doing it. They're not doing it. And they're kind of committed. I don't know. It's very confusing energy that I'm picking up on their side. And I see why it could confuse you as well. And where like the universe is kind of pushing you. Okay, you make a choice. You either go or you stay. Like you figure it out. Meanwhile, you're getting this person who's like for 5 seconds, they're one way. They're like joyful and like whatever, happy, and the next thing you know, they're like all up in their head and they're become like, they have like this weird attitude about them. They're like too stern and too something else. Like they're like the complete opposite of that happy and joyful person. So they're like changing constantly, and here you are trying to, you know, figure it out, like what the heck is going on. So let's see what the universe wants you to know. Seven of Cups, Three of Cups, Page of Cups. I love it. So the universe is telling you, you got a choice, my friend. You got a choice, my dear Gemini. Choice. Another card of choices. You have choices, my dear friend. It's up to you to have a good time, and it's up to you to figure out what that good time looks like to you. Your happiness is something that you gotta prioritize. When you start thinking about what they're thinking, what they're doing, this energy is confusing as heck. Like I feel it, but I can't express it because it's like one way, the other way. And that's, you know, it's not the energy to be around all the time. It's not the energy to try to process and figure out. They need to figure it out for themselves. Your job is to find your happiness, to find your joy. It's the joy with your friends, your community, the things that you like to do. Concentrate on that. Because once you start concentrating on that, miraculously, you just get happy, you get into this dreamy state, you get into this state of happy surprises, like everything works out, things just look great, your life looks beautiful again. When you're sitting here and trying to figure them out and their energy out, it only creates this Two of Swords energy where it's confusion and kind of like this need to make a difficult decision, which ends up in an indecision, and yada, yada, yada. That's confusing. It's really confusing energy. So concentrate on your own happiness, concentrate on your own joy, and you're going to be better off for it. Prioritize your happiness, my friend. Hope this reading helped. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet. And have a super wonderful weekend, my friend. Hello, my dear Cancer. Welcome. This is your weekend love check-in for the weekend of December 24th through December 25th. Let's see where your energies are for this weekend and the energies of the person you're connecting with. Let's check it out. We got 5 of Wands and the Magician here. For you, my friend, and it's kind of like you're trying to express your desires, you're trying to express your wants, but it's like not always coming out. And so instead of like really speaking about what is it that you want, what is it that you like, what is it that you dislike, you kind of hold it in yourself. But as a result, a conflict may arise, because when you're kind of like suppressing certain things within yourself, like, you know what they say, like an argument is never about the thing that's being argued about. There's like underlying issues that are not being addressed. I just feel for many of you guys, for many of you Cancers, you want to express what you want. You want to be honest about your needs and about your desires, but for some reason you're just not finding that within you to have the conversation, and therefore it might come out as a conflict within the relationship. So for example, maybe you need a little help, but instead of asking for help, you see your partner, I don't know, doing something else, like working on their hobby, and that might make you really, really mad, and you might say something, you know, like the passive aggressive energy might come out, like where you say something like hurtful, like, oh, you know, you're doing this again, like whatever. I don't know how it's going to come out. But in reality, you're not mad about them working in their hobby. What you're mad about is you are not getting any help, yet you're not asking for that help. And this can apply in many different areas of your life. Like if you're not getting something that you want, yet you're too scared to verbalize your needs, you might come off in this argumentative and this really kind of confrontational energy around this weekend. So do watch out for it. And then a Queen of Pentacles and a Temperance card. So they're kind of, so I was feeling like more kind of having a good time, chill kind of energy where they just want to sit on the couch and eat popcorn and like kind of enjoy their life almost. And they're just enjoying their life, doing whatever it is that their soul desires to their personal satisfaction. And they're kind of not really paying attention to the outside. They're kind of resting their own mind in their own way, because the Temperance is here. So they are going through their own resting, their own healing. They're probably tired from work, from whatever they're doing. So they're just trying to chill and relax. And they're really not paying attention to your needs. So that's why you gotta speak up and tell them if you do need help. Like if you need help to go get grocery shopping done, just give them a list and tell them, can you please, you know, go and get this done for me? I just can't keep up. And they will, you know, chances are, like I feel a positive energy from them. Chances are they'll get up and they'll get off that couch. They put the popcorn to the side and they'll go ahead and they'll get this chore done for you. But you got to ask them for it, because they're not going to initiate the help offering during this time frame. Let's see what the universe wants you to know. 4 of Cups, the Hermit, and the Page of Wands. I like it here like this because the universe wants you to understand that you are in this kind of energy of disconnectedness right now. And within the relationship, that is because you're trying to get your things done your way and they're just trying to chill and relax. Meanwhile, you need some help and they're too preoccupied with this relaxing part that they're not even paying attention to you. So that creates a disconnectedness within the relationship, disconnectedness with your needs or their needs for that matter as well. So what the universe wants you to know is like kind of reflect on what is happening, reflect on what's going on right now, and, you know, search for that truth within the relationship. If you ask them for help, will they do it? Chances are the answer is yes. That's searching for the truth, right? If you need something from them? Will we be there for you? Chances are the answer is yes. So it's going to be able to kind of bring you back a little bit once you realize that they're not being your enemy right now. They're not looking for a conflict, and they're not doing whatever it is they're doing to spite you in any kind of way. And once you're going to realize that this Page of Cups energy is going to just come into you, it's going to allow you that freedom of thought where you're not going to be preoccupied thinking, oh my God, my partner is like the worst, blah, blah, blah. They suck and they don't come through and blah. You know how it is, like when you get into that mental rabbit hole and you're like everything becomes the worst, and you know, worlds are collapsing, the walls are collapsing, the relationship is not worth it anymore. Like you could get there really fast. However, what the universe wants you to know is like search for the truth, like search for whether they're actually gonna do something for you or not before you're gonna make your mind go to places where it shouldn't go. So release yourself from all these thoughts simply by asking them, what is it that you need? They're not a mind reader, and they're definitely not in tune with your needs this weekend. Hope this reading helped you and clarified a couple of things for you. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet, and have a super wonderful weekend, my friend. Hello, my dear Leo. Welcome. This is your weekend love check-in for the weekend of December 24th through December 25th. Let's see, my Leo energies right here. The person you're connecting with right here. Let's see what these energies are all about, my friend. We got Two of Wands and the Knight of Cups. You're really in this interesting state right now where you kind of have a choice to either be calm, kind, and easy within your relationship, or you can make hurried decisions that will make you kind of regret things later on. So, like the Knight of Cups is kind of like this this very romantic, very idealistic kind of energy. The energy of somebody who's really loving, really kind, really kind of like a total romantic, you know, bringing flowers, bringing chocolates, giving kisses, cooking meals, having romantic candlelight dinners. It's that energy. So you can choose to go into that energy of being a romantic, being like that kind of the partner after your partner's heart, you know, or you can choose to be the opposite. You could be like very detached. You could say things that you don't mean, and you could make like really kind of hurried decisions in regards to things that you do for your partner, buy for your partner, or even say to your partner, you know, like things that don't really demonstrate how loving, kind, and romantic you truly are. So you kind of have a choice to be that romantic, or you have a choice to be kind of a brute during this time frame. Look at where your partner is. They're a High Priestess and a Five of Cups energy. They're a little disconnected. They're a little bit in their own kind of subconscious mind, trying to figure out why is their life not the way that they want it to be. You know, like this Five of Cups energy for them is like this really weird energy where like what you have is not good enough, or at least you cannot recognize within that energy all the good things that you have. The only things that you can recognize are the negative things in life. And that's what the universe wants you to realize. Like if you are the romantic in a relationship, if you give them flowers, if you give them, you know, kisses, if you are that calm, kind, loving person for them in their life, that it's gonna probably get them out of that Five of Cups energy. But because they are in that energy of like self-pity and, you know, insecurity and grief and nothing is good enough kind of energy, which is difficult to deal with, it might want you to just be very short and very detached. So it's kind of up to you to navigate it, but the universe does call you to navigate it in a more kind of like romantic way, in a more idealistic way. Let's see what the advice for you is. The Queen of Cups, the Sun, and the Knight of Swords. Yeah, exactly what I'm feeling. Be compassionate, be calm, be the kind and pleasant person during this time frame. You know, whatever they're going through is tough on them, but it's up to you to sustain that harmony during this time frame. It's up to you to be to find what to celebrate and how to celebrate. It's up to you to be the positive person in the relationship. You know, Sun is all about the positivity. It's like the most positive and beautiful card in the deck. So it's up to you to be that positive in the relationship right now. And you need to take that action. You can't just say to yourself, okay, I'm positive. Okay, like I'm the romantic right now. You actually got to do something about it. So get out of your comfort zone. If you, bake them cookies, make them brownies, rub their feet, whatever is it that you think romantic is or represents being romantic, just do it. No matter how little or how big the gesture is, it's going to be well received by your partner during this weekend. I hope I clarified a couple of things for you, my dear Leo. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet. Whew. And have a super wonderful weekend, my friend. Hello, my dear Virgo. Welcome. This is your weekend love check-in for the weekend of December 24th through December 25th. Let's see where your energies are. And let's look at the energies of the person that you're connecting with. So you're in an Ace of Pentacles and a Strength card. You're really, really working super hard on your well-being. You're trying to figure out how to fix your health, how to bring that happy back, how to bring strength back into your life. You are a very strong person underneath it all, and you are very focused. And right now, you're very much focused on your well-being and your health, which is great because when you're healthy and when you feel good, that's when you're able to be that strong individual who you truly are. Because when you're sick, you can't be yourself. You're not yourself when you're sick or when you're overworked, when you're too tired, or when your well-being is shattered. You just cannot be yourself. So I'm glad that you're working on figuring out ways of how to get in control of your well-being here. Great job. And again, it could be health related, it could be financial related as well. For some of you, it's hard to convey all the messages in a general reading, but I do feel like this is some kind of security that you are working on, and this is some kind of a new opportunity to either bring prosperity to you, bring wellness to you, or improve your health. And your partner is all about love. They're Nine of Cups and the Queen of Cups energy. Wow. They're all about being lovey-dovey, very calm, very compassionate, very pleasant during this time frame. They want to have emotional stability. It doesn't mean that it comes easy to them to be kind of loving and calm, but they are willing to do a lot in order to make sure that there's peace and love within the relationship, which is beautiful. So they are willing to support you in whatever is it, and whatever the search that you're doing, and whatever direction you're going here. They're definitely willing to support you because they love you and they care about you very, very much. Let's see what the universe wants you to know. Page of Wands, King of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles again. Wow, beautiful, beautiful energy. And that's what the universe wants you to understand. Continue exploring what makes you happy. You know, you got to figure out what's going to bring you that abundance and prosperity. Abundance, prosperity, security as it pertains to your finances, as it pertains to your health, and as it pertains to your overall well-being. You have to give yourself a chance to figure out which way to go and then take the steps forward. You know, the new beginning is here for you, my dear friend. There's an opportunity to restart and bring this prosperity, health, and well-being into your life. The realization of desires is here. We start with an Ace of Pentacles. We finish with an Ace of Pentacles. New cycle is about to begin for you, my dear friend. Hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you, my dear Virgo. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet. And have a super wonderful weekend, my friend. Hello, my dear Libra. Welcome. This is your weekend love check-in for the weekend of December 24th through December 25th. Let's see. My Libra energy is right over here. Let's check the energies of the person that you're connecting with. 7 of Wands and a Queen of Swords for you. It's kind of like you feeling a little bit defeated because no matter how hard you persevere, no matter how hard you try, no matter how much effort you're putting into stuff, it feels like there's more that's being thrown your way. It's like more and more obstacles are going your way. It's kind of like, however, I do want to point something out. Because of your clear-mindedness, because of your clear understanding of what needs to be done, you are able to persevere regardless of any challenge that's being thrown your way. I kind of feel like if you're having issues in your relationship, or you are going to be able to get over those issues because you are the rational one in the relationship. I don't want to say that your partner is not rational, but I do want to say that you have a very clear mind and you're able to put your emotions to the side and understand what's happening through a very logical perspective, which is great because sometimes people say things and do things without really meaning to come off a certain way. Yeah, they come off a certain way. That's not really the best way to come off, but they're doing it because of their own issues, because of their own underlying inner conflict. And right now you're able to recognize it, that all of these hurdles within your relationships are coming because of these inner hurdles, whether from you or from them, I don't know. And you're able to recognize them and acknowledge them because you're looking at the situation from a very clear and a very non-emotional perspective here. And then an Ace of Cups and an Ace of Wands energy. Wow. Okay. They're definitely somebody who is trying to ease off their mind, you know. They're kind of inspired to be happy and inspired to do anything that it takes to bring in happiness within the relationship, which is great. And sometimes they can come off a little aggressive because, you know, like this Wands energy here, it's a very passionate kind of energy. So if this person you're connecting with, they decided, okay, now in this relationship, we're going to do things this way in order to improve the relationship. You might feel like it's an obstacle that was thrown your way, but they're feeling like, no, it's only going to make the relationship better. You know what I mean? And you're going to be able to rationalize their actions in a very logical manner. You're going to be able to understand, okay, they just want the relationship to be better. They want to make sure everything runs smoothly so you could be happy together forever and ever for, you know, for the time ahead of you. So it could be that kind of scenario that's going to come up. Or they could just be over planning activities, over planning coupley things to do. All of a sudden they might want to go on 5 different vacations. All of a sudden they might want to have like date nights with like other couples as well. Like they might overschedule and overschedule you on your behalf, you know, as a couple without even talking to you first. And obviously they're not doing it from a malicious standpoint. They're doing it from a stand-up of improving the relationship, even though it might feel like, okay, now I have to do all these things, now I have to go on dates with these people, like I don't know if I want to do it. You know what I mean? I don't know how it's going to manifest in your relationship. You will know, but I also see that you will be able to figure out and see through their actions, and it's gonna kind of, well, ease your mind a little bit. See what the universe wants you to know. Okay, 3 of Cups, the Hermit, and Strength. I love it. And, you know, 3 of Cups is the energy of celebration, energy of happiness, and kind of sharing joy with other people. So do try to share as much joy as possible with other people during this time frame, but also do it because it feels right to you. Don't just do it because they want to do it. You know what I mean? Do it because you want to do it. If they scheduled you for 5 couple dates, what are they called, like when you 2 couples go on a date? Geez, totally slipped my mind. Double dating or whatever it's called. So if they scheduled you for 5 double dates like in the next month and you feel like it's a little too much, speak up and tell, you know what, I'll do 2. Compromise. Speak up and compromise. But you know, just kind of do whatever's right for you while trying to kind of do whatever it is that they want. Like come up with a compromise. And you will have enough energy here. You will have enough energy and enough ability to recognize how to spend your energy. So that discernment will come to you for sure, to figure out what is it that you should be doing with your partner and what is it that you can say no to, because you are allowed to say no. It is a complete sentence. But you'll be able to make that discernment, which I really like a lot here. So I hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you, my dear Libra. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet. And have a super wonderful weekend, my friend. Hello, my dear Scorpio. Welcome. This is your weekend love check-in for the weekend of December 24th through December 25th. Let's look at my Scorpio energies. And let's look at the energies of the person they're connecting with. We got a Queen of Wands and a Page of Swords for you, my dear friend. Really good energy of very sexy energy, my dear Scorpio. You are known to be the most sexy sign in the whole horoscope, but that's a whole other conversation. So this energy is also giving you some kind of power, giving you courage and determination to speak up, to kind of make discussions, to have discussions about things that have been on your mind for a little while. So you might be able to start a conversation with your partner about things that have been bugging you for a while. And it could be anything. Obviously, you will only know what applies to you within your relationship. This could be as simple as discussing places you want to go visit next year, or it could be talking about your past. You could be asking questions about their past. But I do feel like this energy will bring out a lot of curiosity with you and a lot of like that mental energy of wanting to know and wanting to discuss and wanting to figure things out within the relationship as they pertain to your relationship. And you're not going to be scared to ask some big questions either. Oh, love it. They're in a Page of Cups and a Three of Wands energy. Very nice. Very matchy energy. They are, they want to be happy with you. And they want to plan a life with you. And that's why I like these cards here, because you will want to ask them questions of what they envision the life for the two of you to be. In the next whatever time frame, and they will be able to share their thoughts and their ideas as they're coming in. And again, it could be something as simple as discussing where you're going to go next weekend, or where you want to go, on what trips you want to go next year, or if you're not living together, where is it that you would want to move, to live? Would you want to have a family? Do you want to have kids? If you already have kids, it could be conversations about like what you should be doing as a couple, I like these conversations because I feel like on both sides you have these energies that are very open for having a discussion for a long-term having long-term discussions, because both of you are coming in with this attitude of like, let's figure out what the other person's at. Like, let's figure out what they're thinking and let me share what I'm thinking. So this is a really good energy here. So what the universe wants you to know, we got the Queen of Swords here already. We got the Six of Pentacles, and we got the Tower here. And I like this energy because through all these conversations, you might really, really realize where you are versus where your partner is. It's really going to create like a very clear picture whether the two of you are on the same page or whether the two of you are on two separate pages, right? Like sometimes emotions get in the way of clear thinking. And I feel like the universe is telling you right now, because you're in a Page of Swords energy, and because the universe is advising you to get into the Queen of Swords energy, it's all about listening, right? It's all about hearing what is it that they want to figure out. The Six of Pentacles is here, whether their energy is matching your energy. Unfortunately, for some of you, it could be a disappointing experience, because you might realize that you two are not seeing things in the same way. You might realize that this person you're connecting with has a very different vision of the future, which is, hurtful, painful, but eventually it's going to be better off to at least understand what they're seeing, what they're thinking, what their plan is, than not to know it at all. For others of you, this could just change, and it's going to change your relationship from what it is now to what it is going to be. As I was saying before, if you don't live with this person yet and you've been dating for quite some time, you might change your whole world by now having this conversation of moving in together, right? That's the Tower moment. The old is collapsing, the new is about to be rebuilt in a different way. If you haven't been going on trips as a couple for like a little while, especially with COVID, it's been so difficult to get anywhere. Certain places are still really difficult to travel to or from. Also, it could change your whole life around and bring you into a different place within your relationship, because you're having these conversations, because you're planning, because you're trying to figure out, what the two of you want to do and how the two of you envision your life to be. Good energy. A lot of clarity is available to you this weekend. This is very great clarifying energy, and I love it. Hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet. and have a super wonderful weekend, my friend. Hello, my dear Sagittarius. Welcome. This is your weekend love check-in for the weekend of December 24th through December 25th. Oh, these cards are going everywhere, my friend. Okay, out of the 12 signs. You're the messiest energy right now. Let's see what the cards say. This is your energy for this week, and this is the energy of the person you're connecting with. Knight of Wands and Eight of Swords, exactly how I felt the energy coming in here. Knight of Wands is all about action. It's all about getting things done. It's all about figuring out which way to go. Yet, you're also in an Eight of Swords energy where you might not see a clear direction. So you're kind of caught between these two energies of one wanting you to act and get things done, and the other energy that doesn't give you a clear picture. The other energy is giving you slight confusion in regards to which way to go. And that could really feel, you know, a certain level of entrapment, a certain level of instability within your life, because you might feel like you just don't see an end. You know, you don't see the end in the the end in the tunnel, the light in the end of the tunnel, and you know you need to get to the end of the tunnel, yet you don't see that light and you don't know which way to go because the light is not there to guide you. Does it make sense? So definitely watch out for that energy of confusion, because it could very much overwhelm you over this weekend. And the person you're connecting with is in the Four of Swords and the Magician energy. That's the whole energy of just trying to heal and work things out and figure out their own life and kind of manifest a much better, much healthier living situation, right? Like it's all about restoring to their like putting all the effort and putting all the willpower to restore their energies, to restore their health. And you might feel very much disconnected from them, because while you're trying to figure out this energy of like which way to go and how to accomplish things and how to get things done, because you feel like you need to get it done right now, they're a little bit disconnected here, trying to figure out how to deal with their own situation, how to deal with their health, how to deal with their, you know, well-being, and how to regain their own energy back. So they're not giving you much this weekend. At least I don't see an exchange of energies here this weekend. Let's see what the universe wants you to know. We got the Eight of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. Well, the universe wants you to acknowledge that your outlook on life right now might not be the healthiest way to think about the situations, because you're just overthinking and overthinking and overthinking, and by more you're thinking, the more you overthink, then less and less and less the picture is clear for you, right? And again, we got the Knight of Wands again here. Your action should be navigated in a different direction. Your action should be navigated in a direction of healing, in the direction of kind of concentrating maybe on your hobbies, concentrating on activities, kind of release that energy in a much more healthy way, because that restless energy is there and it's not going anywhere unless you allow yourself to release it. And usually that gets released through what? Physical activity, through creativity, through passion projects, through something where you can put your energy into a situation that completely distracts you from the rest of the world. If you play any kind of sports, if you go to the gym, if you have any kind of hobbies right now, use this weekend to concentrate on those hobbies, because otherwise this energy will just eat you up. It'll continue eating you up, and you still will not see that light in the end of the tunnel. And the Nine of Wands is here. This is to remind you that you could be the one standing in your own way. You could be the one who is not letting yourself see that light in the end of the tunnel, because you keep on pushing and going beyond your limits, instead of just taking a step back and allowing the universe to go through its cycle. Patience is really much needed here. Patience is the key to win this weekend for you, and to clear out your mind. That's why if you're having that pent up energy, which I really strongly feel that you do, put that energy into something more productive. And once your mind is, once that energy is out, your mind will be able to see things a lot more clear, where that mask is going to come off, and you're going to realize that these swords are not even intimidating. You could just walk right out, right? Walk up to the castle. These swords are not really a challenge. Hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you, my dear Sagittarius. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet. And have a super wonderful weekend, my friend.